So a few years ago, about 3 years ago-ish, I decided I wanted a new car. And this is going to start out sounding cliche, but hang with me because it's so good. I decided I wanted a new car. Where I was coming from, and there's some really important parts of this story that we're going to talk about after, so pay attention to what I did or what you think I did that helped this manifestation come to be. I really wanted a new car. It didn't have to be brand new. I was even fine with a good used car because good used cars are a lot cheaper anyway, and a lot of reasons. And when I looked at the vehicles that we had good cars. We had a 9-year-old car and a 12-year-old car that were well maintained and run well and paid off. We'd paid them completely off, which was awesome too. And then my husband had a work truck, and I had one son that was driving and was going to have another son that was driving. And I thought, you know what? Now's the perfect time for me to get a new car because we have enough cars, and we have a car that my other son's going to drive when he gets his license. And then it's going to be time for me to have a car. It's time for mom to have a car that's not a mom car. And I pondered on that. And specifically, I started thinking about this on a Friday. It was a Friday in May in 2016. So it was 3 years ago next month. And I kind of pondered on it, and I thought, what do I want? If I'm going to get a car for me that's not a mom car, that's something I want, what do I really want? And I pondered on that, and that was fun because the dreaming and imagining and envisioning what it is that you want is fun. So I pictured myself driving fast because I love driving fast. I ride motorcycles, and part of the reason I ride motorcycles is for the feeling of just absolute freedom and wonder that you have when you're on there. And part of it is for the speed because I like going fast. So when I was thinking about a car that I wanted something that was fast, something that was sexy, and something that was fun. Because when mom decides she wants a car that's not a mom car, it's got to be fast and sexy and fun. And those were really my main requirements. I had an idea of how much money I wanted to spend, and I figured I could get a pretty good used car for that amount of money. And I kind of pondered, and I didn't have my heart set on any kind of model or make. I just wanted something fast, sexy, and fun. That's what I really, really wanted. But I had one little wish, one little hope. If I could just tag on the PS of my request to the universe, could it please, 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 and I'm not holding all my hopes on this, but could it really, really please have a hardtop automatic convertible? I love hardtop automatic convertibles. I think convertibles are fantastic, except that I've been in 2 car accidents where the other car flipped over and skidded down the road. So the idea of a soft top convertible just doesn't really appeal to me. And I also don't like the way it kind of sounds, right? So I really wanted a convertible, but I wanted a hardtop automatic convertible. But this is important. I didn't hold all my hopes on that thing. If I'd held all my hopes on that one thing, that might have created a stutter. That might have been hard for me to actually truly hold faith that the universe could bring that to me, right? It was easy to believe that the universe could bring me a car that was fast, sexy, and fun. There's a lot of cars out there that are fast, sexy, and fun. Fast, sexy, and fun with a hardtop automatic convertible, a little bit harder to find. Fast, sexy, fun with a hardtop automatic convertible in my price range, a little bit more harder to find. So I didn't think about those things. I didn't think about those details. It occurred to me that it might be harder to find a car with the convertible top I wanted. So if that came, great. And if it didn't, that was okay too. But what I really wanted was something fast, sexy, and fun. And the next day, on Saturday, I told the wonderful Chris, my husband, that I had this desire, that I was pondering, considering getting this car. And as I envisioned it and as I played with it, I could even see myself driving it and just hitting the gas pedal and just going. And I could see it in the driveway. When I looked out the window, I could just imagine that car there. And it was so much fun experiencing that before it even happened, right? And I knew that we had done really well with the cars that we had. We'd been really responsible. We had taken good care. We had been good stewards. That's the word I'm looking for. We had been good stewards when it came to our vehicles. And because we had been good stewards, we had these cars that were paid off that still ran really well because we had taken good care of them. We had maintained them well. We'd paid them off. We always paid the insurance. We were good drivers, so we didn't get in accidents. We even had enough extra vehicles, kind of, because my husband had a work truck and whatever, that we could loan our cars out. We had an abundance with vehicles as it was before I even started this. So why did I think I needed something else if we were already abundant? Here's a beautiful thing about the law of attraction. You will never have enough. Sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating because just when you think that you're getting everything that you want, you realize that there's more out there that you want and more that's available to you. And that's so exciting. So we had this abundance with cars, but I wanted my car. And I said to Chris, I think I want a new car for me. And he said, well, do you want to go shopping? And I said, nope. I automatically knew that immediately. And in that, I was following a nudge. Those are important. I said, no, I don't want to go shopping. And the words that came out of my mouth next surprised even me because I don't think that they came from my own head. I think that they came from my inner inspiration and inner knowing. And as these words came out of my mouth, I knew that they were true. I said to him, I don't need to go shopping at a car lot. My car is going to land in my lap. And Chris has heard me say these kinds of things before. And at this point in time, honestly, he wasn't fully on board with the whole law of attraction. He didn't get it. He didn't understand it. He didn't fully believe it. But he had seen me do some interesting things that I gave credit to the law of attraction for. So he kind of shrugged his shoulders and said, well, I don't know how that's going to happen then if you don't even want to go look for a car. But hey, you do it your way. He's really, really good and supportive like that. So that was Saturday. And I still just kind of pondered on my car and what I wanted it to be like and how much fun it was going to be to have. And the next day, Sunday, we had some lunch with friends, our good friends, Mike and Colleen, who were so much fun. And Mike is a car guy. Let me tell you about Mike. He loves cars. He can talk about cars for hours. He can go to car shows and it just lights up his life because he loves cars. So as we're sitting having lunch with our friends, I was asking him about his job. Guess what? He worked at a car dealership. And I don't typically like car dealerships because they tend to not be honest. But to make conversation, I asked Mike, how do you like your job? And he just kind of started going on about his job and how he actually does like it a lot because even though most car dealerships are rather dishonest, the one that he worked for really was a lot more honest. And he liked that about it. They were honest in their pricing. They were honest in their commissions. And that was a lot of things that I was worried about. And as he's talking, I didn't tell him, by the way, I did not tell him that I was thinking about getting a car or looking for a car. He's talking about his job and he said, oh, and guess what? Oh, you wouldn't believe this car we have on the lot right now. It is beautiful and it is amazing. And I thought, well, that's interesting. What kind of car is it? And Mike started talking. And he started telling me about this Mercedes SL Class AMG. And guys, I didn't even know what the heck that was. I heard Mercedes Benz and I thought, probably out of my price range. But Mike kept talking and he told me how much it was, how much the dealership was charging for it. And I went, oh, that is in my price range. And I still didn't tell him that I was actually looking for a car, that I was expecting my car to land in my lap. I just said, tell me more. That was easy because Mike was super excited and he kept going on about this car and how fast it was and how sexy it was and how much fun it was. And I thought, that sounds pretty intriguing and it's in my price range. And Mike's going on and on about how much horsepower it has and how fast it can get to 0 to 60 and all of these things. And he goes, oh, and well, it's a little over 10 years old, but it has really low miles. And that's why we're able to sell it for the price that we're at. But it's still a really great car. And this is one of the very, very first cars to perfect the automatic hardtop convertible. My jaw almost dropped. I managed to not drop my jaw when Mike said that. But I did reach over to my husband and squeezed his leg underneath the table. And I think Chris thought to himself, all right, we're buying a car today. Well, it was Sunday, but my friend Mike had a key to the dealership and I was able to go for a test drive. And guys, if you do not know what a Mercedes AMG is, what that means, let me tell you. AMG means fast, sexy, and fun. That's not what the letters stand for. but it means fast, sexy, and fun. And if you've ever driven an AMG, oh, it is fast, sexy, and fun. And I took that car on the freeway. And as my foot pushed down on the accelerator, Chris will tell you, I giggled like a 12-year-old girl. That car made me happy. Well, it was Sunday, so the banks weren't open. I had to wait until Monday to sign the papers and drive my car home. Here's the short to the end of the story. Friday, I decided I wanted a new car, something fast, sexy, fun, just maybe with a hardtop automatic convertible. 3 days later, on Monday, I drove home the car of my dreams, fast, sexy, and fun, with a hardtop automatic convertible. I didn't even look for it, guys. It fell in my lap. Everything that I'm telling you about this story is absolutely true. I don't have to make this up because this actually happened. And now I have this amazing car that I get to drive and feel like a queen every single day in this car. And every single time I get to drive it, I'm reminded of how I attracted it and the things that I did to attract it, and how much the universe loves me and how much the universe wants me to have amazing things. Hi, this is Della with the Extraordinary Talk Show. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and check out some more of the amazing videos that we have to share with you.